Hey guys, this is Leo, and this is my Brighton career mode. So in this I will just be playing as you actually do play, not simming games, and I will be playing on world class, and I'm just going to see how far I can get really. This episode will just be transfers and sorting out the squad, and I will have 2 games that I play at the end. So I'm just renaming the stadium to the Amex for reasons that it's called the Amex, not Molten Road. At this point I was just trying to see how many letters it took, so I had to put the Amex, which I do here. Unfortunately I didn't actually build the stadium that it was, so I had to use Molten Road, which I've never heard of, which has all types of weather, which is a bit of a shame. Using world class, 6 minutes, lenient, sterling, and I was thinking of doing European competition first season, but that would have been cheating, and we don't want to be doing that, do we? So I'm just renaming myself to Leo Padet. And all of that is the same how it should be. So how far I'm going to take this series will depend on how much I slack and how irritating it gets. I'll ask you before changing the difficulty, because I have played a couple of games today and it's not easy, because I'm used to playing online, and this is a lot different to playing offline. So the first player I will try and sign would depend on where it's weak, and Brighton haven't got the quickest team. It's just Loa and I forgot his name. You'll see in a second. But I will play. At the moment they play 4-3-3 defensive, with 2 centre defensive mids, 1 centre mid, and a left wing, right wing, and a striker, like a normal 4-3-3, but just with 2 centre defensive mids instead of 3 centre mids. So the first person I go looking for is a striker to swap around with Mikhail Smith. However, he does have 94 stamina, Mikhail Smith, so he will start, and I will just bring on a sub. So I'm just going through players through the market, just seeing who will sign for me, just seeing what clubs will be signing. So anyway, knowing that Wallyson has a bit of pace, 5-star skills, good shot from shot power, because I had him in FIFA 11, hoping that it was roughly still the same in this game. However, he is a 71. And he is 23, so he will be able to gain quite a bit of experience and level up a bit. As you can see from his stats there, shot power, acceleration, sprint speed are the top things. So, and his contract was expiring with Cruzeiro to this season anyway, so they were going to get rid of him. And he has less than a year remaining on his contract, if you see at the top, with only 535,000 and 1,200,000 to persuade the club. So I just do a full season with 800 grand. At this point I'm looking for centre mids, because the centre mids are rated 65, which is one of the lowest in the starting 11. So I'm just scrolling through the things, looking for young players, and I see this guy who is 19, showing great potential, and with 70 rated, so that's quite a good offer. So I just asked for a loan, seeing as they probably won't play him because it's Santos. For the Barcelona player, they declined, unfortunately. Rafinha, centre forward. So I just gave up on him. I don't think they were gonna. Barcelona were gonna let Brian have them, but that's realistic terms, not game terms. So they just didn't want to loan him out. So I got the centred attacking mid from Santos on loan. And they set a price tag of 950,000, which I thought was a bit much, so I just toned it down a bit to 910,000, just upping it by 110,000, I believe. So that was the deal that I made for him. So skipping through, I got a email from Nathan Darlau, who is the international management, and that is all that. I do skip the friendlies just because they were a bit tedious, and I didn't really want to. I just wanted to go straight into the championship games just to make it a bit easier. So they accepted the offer for Wallison, so that's who will be the new striker, swapping between Mikhail Smith. I am thinking of playing 2 up front and having 2 attacking mids, just behind them having Loa and I forgot his name. It's so bad. And so I sort the wage out, offer him 7,000. They do decline. Just skip this out of the video. And they sent them another offer of 8,000 just because I don't think they were gonna bargain for. I don't think they were going to talk for any lower. So he accepts the offer for 8,000 in 5 years, and I accept that offer because I can see this player being very good in this series. So he is accepted into the squad, and now I'm looking for some. Defenders because the pace is horrible. And I see this guy Carvage plays in the Bundesliga for, I think that is Bayer Leverkusen. Look at that stat. Look at those physical stats. They're solid. Look at all those. It's just quality, and he's only 20. However, I do not do a future fee, so that was the bit of a problem. At this point, I just changed the remaining wage budget to 20,000, where I will try and get some more players on loan, because at this point I'm just trying to loan out as many players as I can, making sure that the team's as strong as it can be. And I signed this right back in a second. I'm just scrolling through all the right backs, and half of them don't have any pace, and they're all quite old. So I was just looking for quite a pacey right back, just to bring up the pace in the defence, just to make it a bit easier, seeing as it's quite slow and a bit annoying, just to bring in some pace to the team. At this point, I'm now looking for some more midfielders, just to swap it around as well, because when I was in the team management, they didn't have very good stamina, so I could see myself swapping them around. And it's only these two. It's only the 2 wingers and attacking mids who really do much. So I searched for Maicon Leite, who is a right winger for Palmeiras in the Liga do Brazil. He's Brazilian, very quick, and has faster skills, and I believe he can cross quite well, and he's quite cheap. He's only 24 and he's 71, so he should be able to go up a bit if you look at those physical stats. And also shot power is near the top, so that will provide to be quite a handy dandy signing. So at this point I realised my remaining wage budget isn't very high, so that's something I also need to fix, as it says there. So I go and fix the wage budget, go straight back into here and try and sign him. So I send the offer to him depending on if he will sign or not. So coming up to the first game against Huddersfield, and there wasn't a lot of highlights in this, just I think it was just the one, and it was this by me. So I got a corner from that attempt of a cross, and Buckley, that's the one. So Buckley and Loa are at the moment the 2 wingers or attacking mids. So I cross it in, comes to Wallison, and unfortunately I hit the post. That was all that happened in that game, unfortunately, so it ended 0-0. As you can see, that was the formation that I was playing because I took Wallison off at half time. So I stimulate, and Maicon Leite has accepted the wage, so I accept him into the team, bringing some pace and some swapping around of the team just to ensure that. So during this game we come up against Nottingham Forest, and Loa Loa plays a through ball to Mikhail Smith, and Mikhail Smith tries to skip past the keeper, and I get fouled, and the ref gives me a penalty. So Felipe Anderson is the centre attacking mid that's on from Santos. He's quite young, however he has really low fitness, so he's not the greatest player. Mikhail Smith steps up and puts the power in, puts it top corner. What a lovely penalty, and scores the first goal for the club. Anyway, straight after the kickoff, the opposition put a lovely through ball over, cross it in, and Cox headers it, but I get a block on it. Coming to a corner for them, he crosses it into Tudgay, who unfortunately scores the goal, making it 1-1. In the 75th minute, Nottingham Forest build up some very slow play, passing it around, finding a gap in my defence from a shocking defence from me. Pass it across the box and score, unfortunately. In the 90th minute, by me, I play a lovely through ball over to Dobby, who powers through and does a lovely finish into the close post, making it 2-2 in the 90th minute. Scrapping, and I get another chance straight from kick-off. However, the ref blows the whistle on a 3-on-3 attack. So from 2 games I get 2 points with a 4-goal thriller, and I want to thank you all very much for watching, and be sure to like if you haven't. Thank you very much, and goodbye.